We made 473 YouTube videos, and here is what I learned. My name is Colin Ship from Organic Client Engine, and I'm going to walk you through here this video, all the lessons learned from over 473 videos published, 10 plus million in sales. In reality, the 30 videos that actually made a difference and moved the needle for everything from the business, the channel, and everything in between. So we're going to dive in here, and I'm just going to walk you through what we've learned, how you can apply this to your business, and hopefully there's some big takeaways here. So part one is that not all videos are created equal. The reality of YouTube for business. So this was something that took us literally hundreds of reps to learn. And it's only connecting the dots backwards does all this make sense. So I can put this in this video here for you. So out of those videos created, most are just experiments to find what works. These often drive vanity metrics, but not revenue. 30 videos that mattered, that drove nearly all of the business results, all the sales, all the profit, everything. And these are the sanity metrics that actually grow your business. So the big thing is that all the experiencing of the hundreds of videos, we found that a lot of them would get views. A lot of them would get likes, high CTR, all the great YouTube metrics. They would even bring us in leads, email leads, name, email, phone leads, call leads, you name it. The problem was here is that even though we were getting leads in, the leads weren't always converting. And it just took us realizing that we had to just find the exact process that worked for our channel, for our ICP, for what they wanted to learn, the problems they had, the pain points, they had, all that stuff. It just took us like 400 damn videos to get to the bottom of it and realize that there's only about 30 videos that really moved the needle on the channel from the beginning of it all the way till present day. So we just had to figure a lot out so that you don't have to now. So there's a rule here. This is a pretty standard rule. Is there's the Pareto principle, which is like the 80-20 rule, which you've probably heard of. Then there's the, like, sometimes people take like to the 90-10 rule, which is like the Pareto principle, like a little more exaggerated. With YouTube, it's almost the 95-5. It's literally like one of the most exaggerated forms of the power law, where only 5% of the videos, so 5 out of 100, would do all the heavy lifting. The issue with most creators, most people trying to do YouTube for their business, whether they're doing it themselves, a team doing it, whatever, it takes them days, weeks, months, years, or they never figure it out how to find the 5 videos, so that 5%, that actually move the needle. So we literally realized that all of the experimenting led down to this exact formula for us that was the way that got us all the results. So every single niche, every channel, every business is going to have a formula that works for them. And there's a lot of overlap, but a lot of it is just understanding how to shorten that gap from where the ideas you have of the content, the things you want to make, the things you think your clients would resonate with, whatever, to what actually gets them to resonate, what actually gets them to listen, what actually gets them to take action with you, which is oftentimes not what you think it is. So experience here, I'm going to show the case study of like the winners here. I'll pull up a tab here where we had, again, videos that had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever, all these kind of thousands of views, likes, all the comments, all the shit. Here's a case study I want to show you. So how to start a blog in 2024 had 263,000 views. It's got 42,000 hours of watch time, which is a YouTube metric. And this was a major lead gen driver for our business. So let me actually pull this video here in a different tab, and I'll show you what this looks like. So this is the channel, again, Adaran for a channel. Him and I built this business from literally the ground up to over 10 million revenue for our own offers. That's not affiliate stuff, YouTube stuff. That's literally our own products and services off the back of this channel. No paid ads, none of that kind of stuff. So here is the video I was talking to. This video is 57 minutes long. It is how to start a blog in 2024. So basically a long form screen share tutorial. So he's got 400 plus comments. But this video was a major driver of actual business. Literally a video very similar to this here. Screen sharing, talking, and then into a basic slideshow. And now slideshow plus screen share. So back to the slideshow, teaching, et cetera, et cetera. So the bottom line is educational content teaching. So really in the weeds, we realize that our audience wants to see videos like this and not this scripted 8 reasons X video or 3 reasons why you should try this thing. That's not what they wanted to see. They want to sit down with us for an hour. They want to see, like, how do I do A to Z? How do I do this exact thing in extreme detail? And that is what most of your clients need so you can be an authority, you can show up as an expert, that you can actually prove to them that you know what you're talking about, that they're willing to buy from you, all this stuff that you intuitively, we kind of know this shit, but when it comes to actually making the content, we get trapped in this, like, it's got to be scripted, it's got to be tight, it's got to hit this editing, it can't be too long, people with attention spans, all this nonsense. And none of that even proved out to be true. It's just things we've told ourselves to believe is true. So this year was our biggest win here for a video. This video here has done over $1 million in revenue since beginning of publishing till current day. And this is a major driver for the brand, the business. Yet we didn't need 2.6 million views. We didn't need 20 million views. 263K. And a lot of your, especially if you're a high ticket business and watching this, this is the kind of videos that move the needle, whether it's 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. This is what really matters here. So I'm going to zoom back here to the slideshow, go a little further. So like I said here, the goal is to find your 5% faster without making hundreds of duds. Period. That's what we help clients do. That's what I figured out. That's what this video is going to try to help you do here as well, where it's like, you don't have to make it that painful. You don't have to literally waste months, weeks, months, maybe even a year, and endless amounts of editing hours by wasting your time here. So that's what I hope you can take away. All right, on to the next part here. So what makes a 5% video? And this is very key. So there's a lot of things that make a great video, but not a video that actually makes money. So first thing we're going to talk about, what attracts your ideal customer profile. This is pretty obvious, but like you need to literally just ingrain this into your brain, because if you're not thinking about what do they want to buy, what are their big problems, what do they need help with, what are they willing to put their money towards, and every inch of the video process, from the thumbnail to the title to the intro to the hook to the body part to the call to action to everything in between, to where they go next, the description, all of that needs to be congruent with what is this person's problem and pain point, and how can you position yourself as the authority and expert to solve that problem. Period. So the reason I'm belaboring this very simple point is because oftentimes when it comes to making YouTube videos, we turn on entertainer mode. We want to be like this. We want to be like that. We want to do things in a way that this person's doing it. When in reality, your prospects don't give a shit. They only want to know how you can help them. That's it. So if you can keep that in top mind when you're getting into this entire process, that's what makes the 5% video actually click. So it pre-sells them on your methodology. This is what we work on all of our clients. This is such a big thing. I could belabor this home to the end of the world. The goal of the trust bridge on YouTube, and the goal is not to necessarily get the one-to-one sale. You're going to get direct sales. We get direct sales. That works great. The real unlock is in the pre-selling. So when someone sees an ad, someone sees a TikTok, they see a short, whatever, they see a video, all over the place. Marketing, great. YouTube becomes the trust bridge where they are pre-sold on your methodology. That way, when they get to a call, they get to some kind of buying interaction. For you likely watch this, is going to be a high ticket sales call. Pretty simple. This is where you get all the revenue. They've already seen your stuff. They believe in you. They trust you. They basically already made up their mind that they're going to buy. They just have to sort out logistical details and go from there. So this is the pre-selling. This is the massive, massive unlock here. Creates trust for every book or call, obviously. Generates qualified leads, not just views. Because everyone can get views from ads. I even count, honestly, leads. People just get their name, email, and phone. It's like rented garbage. Like, it's not just like, yeah, sure, it's their actual content info, but they're giving it to you begrudgingly. They don't really want to give you their info. They're not really begging for you to get their application and hope to God you call them. That's like not really what's happening here. They're really just kind of, entering in because they have to. So, but when it comes to your trust bridge here on YouTube, it's turning them from a viewer into a lead, and then to an raving fan, and ultimately a high ticket buyer. And last thing here, it becomes a permanent business asset. Everything online is rented. Meta ads, YouTube ads, short form content, stories, all this stuff, email maybe a little less rented. These are all rented areas. And the one that's lasted the longest out of all of these is YouTube. YouTube's around since 2006. It's now 2026. So we've literally 20 years of YouTube being a platform. It is the one place where people can have a hub. So it can be the hub for your business. And people have done this in the consumer packaged goods space, the content creator space, all this stuff. But the ones doing it in the high ticket space are crushing it, because it's an actual hub for your brand, your business, your methodology, your teaching, etc., in a public forum. Key thing, in a public forum. When you're doing this in front of the public, people can comment, criticize, like, dislike, all the stuff. It shows that there's nothing to hide. You're not hiding behind your pages, your VSLs, your opt-in videos, your sales scripts, all this shit. It's just in the public. So this becomes a permanent asset that you can always have, and people can just literally see your business, your offers, what you can do, what you've learned, how you've evolved over the years in the public. So on the next part here. Now, last little point on this is like, views are vanity metrics. The goal is obviously revenue, and sanity metric is the right views, because the right views turn into profit. Not just revenue, not just viewers, not all this stuff, not subscribers, not applications, not calls, profit. So let's move on here. Lesson number 2, why consistency crushes creativity. So we tried everything from the fancy edits, the scripted intros, the fully scripted, the skits. We've done there was a video Adam did where he literally dressed up as George Washington in one of the skits for it was like a 4th of July time video. And he had a wig and shit on. It was fun. It was fine. It was we thought that this was going to be what would hook people. And it was we're really following a playbook of okay, what are other YouTubers doing? What are other people that are in our general niche? They were actually looking back. They were way outside of our niche, but we thought they were in our niche. What were they doing? Well, they were trying to be entertainers. They were trying to be funny. They were trying to be overly charismatic to a fault, and it didn't work. We tried chasing trends. We tried literally trends of video types, trends of thumbnail types, trends of title types, like everything you can think of, we've tried. And then we did shorts. We did these little like generic shorts. We did hundreds and thousands of them across all the channels and social media and stuff. It didn't bring in the right viewer. It just brought a bunch of views, the subscribers, a bunch of stuff, but the needle didn't get moved. And that's a huge, huge thing you need to understand here, is that is not what's going to work for you in your business. So the format we did over 10 million was 30 to 60 minute screen share videos, like I showed you, consistent slide design. So like how we have a consistent design here with Organic Client Engine, all the stuff we do, the same was for that. So you were literally we had the same slide format, the same fonts, the same colors, the same stuff, each slide was kind of structured generally the same, so that our, potential prospects knew it was coming. Picture-to-picture format, that's just like the little, which you're probably watching it right now. It's how we do these with either the side of the video or the bubble in the corner where the face is kind of just there, moving around with the screen so that you can kind of easily see what's happening. So that's literally the flow of the video. Specific how-to titles, which I'll just show you real quick here. Specific how-to titles, I'll break down in 1 second, and then the same look and feel every time. So if I go to channel and this video, this one here, and another one here as an example was this one here, also the same look and feels. I just kind of scrub through the video, slideshows, some graphics, and there we go. So that's how we did them. So the reason why this matters is because these hit specific how-to titles and same look and feel every time. These two things really matter when it comes to getting a consistent viewership and a consistent audience that turns into raving fans, that then turns into buyers, is that you're showing up the same every time. So when I make an ad, or so I was just filming ads earlier today, those are very different than me. I'm like same personality, same kind of pacing, but the intent is very different. There I'm more there to hook, bring in, call people out, and then bring them into role, like poke a pain point and bring them in. Where when it comes to this content, I'm here to teach, fully teaching. There's like very, very minimal pitching. Like the pitching will only happen at the end. And if you're watching this here and you make it all the way to the end, you're likely interested in what we have to offer. And that's the difference of how an ad or content would be very different here. And we want to make sure you had the same look and feel every single time. So a couple little key things that we learned along the way. Next here is the ISP creates predictability, not entertainment. This is they do not want to be entertained. They want predictability. They are here looking for solutions to their problems, because that is why they're on YouTube. That is why they're seeing your ads, they're seeing your reels, or seeing your stories, whatever the case may be. They're not looking to be entertained. They can get entertained in a million other ways. They can get entertained from comedy channels, from skit channels, from random reels and memes. Like that is the entertainment. So thinking that you and your high ticket business need to be like that is incorrect. We thought we needed to, we don't. If your personality is funny, is charismatic, is whatever, great. If it's not, even better. So I make videos this consistently the same way. Same energy, talk pretty quickly, swear a bunch. There's a lot of shit that I do that's very congruent with how everything shows up. And you need to do exactly the same, not focus on entertaining them. So let's go to the trap here. I'll look at a couple things to show. So we had a short form video and a long form video. Let's compare the two. So we had one, it was called 3 Boring Business Ideas. This video got 1 million plus views on short form on our YouTube channel. It also got like probably like 2-ish million, 2.5 million views across all platforms. This video didn't do shit. Like this video did fuck all for the business. Like it didn't make any money at all. It didn't bring in any new clients. It didn't bring in anything at all. All it did actually was work against us. It brought in a ton of the wrong people. It got us in the wrong algorithms within YouTube. It brought in people that weren't looking to buy anything at all. They actually weren't interested in, for us, it was like blogging, affiliate SEO, kind of that type of biz op offer. If they were just interested in just generally making money through the easiest ways possible, like really, really like low hanging fruit, passive income type of ways, that wasn't who we sold to. So that really hurt us in that way. And again, it just was like, it looked great in the analytics. We got literally like 10,000 views a day at some point with this video. It didn't move the needle at all. Thought it would, it didn't. What did was this one. So following the same format like we had before, what consistently works, find a format that works for you, your channel, your brand, your audience, etc., and just double down on that. That's this one. So if we're starting a blog in 2025, has way less views. I'll show you this. Again, this is the video that's on the screen here. This one, again, same format as always, a 40-minute video, step-by-step screen share slideshow, way easier to make than a shorts, way less creative than coming up with a fancy hook and a script and all this stuff. Yeah, it's a longer video, it's more content, but even though I'm making right now, we're like maybe 10 to 15 minutes into this video, and recording this is significantly easier, significantly, than like a very tight, punchy, fake, manufactured 60-second script that's trying to go viral. So that's not what you need for your business. That's not going to help you grow. And we learned that the hard way. So the lesson here, stop chasing views, start chasing the right viewers. Like I said, the right viewers are sanity, the right viewers are revenue, and the right viewers are profit. So let's keep going. Lesson number 3, our biggest mistake, chasing views will kill your business. The mistake, we thought that 50K views would 10x the business compared to 5,000 views. The reality, there weren't 45,000 qualified viewers for that specific topic. We wasted months chasing the wrong metric. Vanity. Let me break this down here. Sometimes your niche and your offer is really, really specific, and that's totally okay. That's actually often encouraged, but you need to make sure that you're not chasing the wrong thing. So if you get 1,000 views in a video, so what we help clients do, help them get their 500 to 2,500 views or more, depending on the size of the niche. But want to look at, like, if you're getting a couple thousand views a video or even 500 views a video and you're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 sales calls booked, or someone from your ads mentioned that they saw your video that had 500 views and they bought like that, that's what we're looking for. That's what moves the needle. That's going to make you a ton of money and not just have you chasing this content circle, like what's going to get the most fucking views. That's the game you don't want to play. So reality here, there weren't 45,000 people that were qualified to actually buy what we had to sell. We thought there were not. So that was a big mistake we did, was we just chased other sub niches. We tried to create a market that really wasn't there. And we made it a lot harder on ourselves in terms of just growing the business and knowing what content to make and what would either hurt us or what would help us. So the truth is, your TAM per video is smaller than you think. That's a good thing. You want quality over quantity, wins for high ticket. So again, that's why we like to work with high ticket businesses, because it could be, again, not to be just info or coaching or services. It could be high ticket software. It could be a really high ticket local service. Like, it really isn't only have to be in the info coaching space. That's pretty common, but it doesn't have to be. But the thing is that when you have 500 to 5,000 people deeply invested into your channel, your content, your videos, all your stuff, it just makes everything spin way, way, way better without having to chase 45,000 people that do not want to buy anything that you have to sell. So waste of money chasing views, stop chasing views, start chasing the right viewers. Again, what are the right viewers? They are profit, which is sanity. So we'll keep going. And then the strategic shift is basically more of the same, but we serve the avatar, not the audience. This is I actually got this from Jason Fried, who is the founder of, or co-founder of Basecamp, which is like a project management kind of tool. The company's 37 Signals, I think is what it's called. And there's this really interesting concept that he has with his business, is like they serve, I'm paraphrasing, so I might get some of this wrong. They build the whole product to serve a specific avatar in their journey. So it's a certain size business going from this to this. They need this kind of features, this functionality, etc. When you outgrow that, they're totally okay with you leaving. They don't care at all. They're like, great, we're not going to build hundreds of little features to keep these 5 clients or grow with them. We're going to let them go. And they're totally okay with that. But they want more people to come up the chain, more people to enter the market that are in their exact sweet spot. That's all they worry about. So they just focus on serving them over and over and over. That business does like multi 8 figures a year, super profitable, really easy to run because it's like very, very predictable how it works. This is the same thing. We want to stop serving existing subscribers here. So as they grow, meaning as someone evolves out of your offer, they've learned everything you need, they've evolved past what you're trying to sell, let them go. It's okay. So if they're not watching your videos after years 1, 2, or 3, month 1, 2, or 3, that's fine. That's not a big deal. We need to focus on the avatar. Make content for the person discovering you today, the exact point where you can help them the most. We're not chasing an audience. We're not trying to become YouTubers. That's not the goal. The goal is to get someone into your audience, whether it's from a paid ad, social media, whatever, or organic YouTube like we help clients with. They're there because you can help them with a specific problem. The moment this problem is fixed, sure, they can stick on and watch, that's fine. But the likelihood of them becoming a buyer again is lower, which is okay. There's always new people coming into the market that need your help. Simple. This was a big game changer for us, by the way. It's a thing people don't talk about enough, is like, you need to just serve this avatar, not an audience. People really get hell-bent on this audience thing, and it's just not the way to build a high-ticket business. Cool. Lesson 4, the time on brand multiplier. So this is a pretty common trend in 2026 with the streamers and podcasters and Rogan being 3 hours and Williamson podcast and all these things are like, 2, 3, 4, 5 hour fucking podcasts and stuff and videos and everything. And it's real. There's a reason why these exist. People say attention spans are getting shorter. And if you go through the biggest list of attention online, it goes to the streamers. Not just the streamers, the in real life streamers, the ones that literally have a camera with them 24/7, basically minus sleeping, the camera's on. And people are watching the entire time. Think about that. That's like insane. They're literally someone watching this person for hours and hours and hours a day. Okay, so that's like more of a less sophisticated audience. You probably don't sell to them anyway. That's fine. But let's take it back to like a podcaster. Rogan's 2, 3, 4 hours an episode. Lots of business podcasts are well over 2 hours. What I love is Acquired FM podcast. They're like 3 to 5 hour deep dives on businesses. They're like, it takes me like a couple of weeks to get through, and I'm like all about it. These are the time on brand multiplier. So imagine 4 videos times 60 minutes. That is 4 hours of deep immersion with you, your brand, your methodologies, your expertise, all this at 4 hours. Huge. So that's more time. They could watch every single video you've ever published on Instagram, TikTok, all of it combined, probably multiple times over, and not even get fucking close to 4 hours. That's 4 potential videos, or it could be like 8 videos possibly. So this is how someone can become a cold lead, into a warm lead, into a raving fan ridiculously quickly. And this is something that is like, the time on brand is what makes someone warmed up. It is not number of reels consumed. It's the time elapsed when consuming those reels, the time elapsed consuming YouTube videos. That's what makes all the difference. So I want to let that sink in, is that if you can, the principle here is that trust is built second by second, minute by minute. By the time they book a call, they're already pre-sold, because the principle is they've spent enough time with you, which means by nature, they trust you. They've been building trust, getting to know, almost as you get to know a friend. It's not that different. On to the next here. So 45 minutes, a little more trust than 9 5-minute videos. Why longer videos win for high ticket? So longer videos don't win in every single market in the world. If you're selling like lower cost consumer packaged goods, like it could be supplements, it could be, I don't know, a caffeine ready to drink thing, a new type of water, or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be long form for those things. But when you're selling implementation, education, information, coaching, transformation, all this stuff, the length matters, because they're going to be sitting with you on coaching calls, group calls, module videos. The process they're implementing is like, they need to know that you can help them. And the only way they can know that is you can explain, like I'm doing here. I'm probably, 20 something minutes in. I haven't skipped a beat. And you can see that, I understand what I'm talking about. I have lessons to share. I have things that I've really fucked up. I have things that I've learned a lot. So you can feel that to the content. Your prospects are the same. In fact, they may even need more touch points, because their problem may be different. Their problem may be more personal, or whatever the case is. So this part really, really, really matters here. A few points I want to just mention is like, deep immersion doesn't happen quickly. Thought leadership. So this is, you don't need to be a thought leader, but it makes you be perceived as whatever your topic is when you can present in a long form way with a very consistent delivery. And then pre-call confidence, like everything we say is like all about the pre-call. Like it's they're already sold or not sold before this call happens. They're just there to sort out logistics in a best case scenario. And I was trying to make here. So this is a really common thing that we've had clients say on calls, or I can't draw. Had clients say on calls, or I hear this just in the general like YouTube market, where in like people say this to YouTubers, which is pretty cool, is I feel like I already know you. I've watched like 10 of your videos. And this is only true on YouTube. So when you see some of you like from Instagram or like TikTok or whatever, like in public, you're often like, man, I've seen them somewhere. Or like someone sees your ads, like, man, where the hell have I seen you? It's like, oh yeah, I saw your ad. It's like, oh yeah, it's like, I saw you like selling me shit. It's not this, or like a quick little photo or whatever. Not the same. When you see someone's on YouTube, like a small channel of 20, 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers, can get noticed in public and get like 4 or 5 people want to take pictures with them. Crazy. That only happens in these kind of environments. That does not happen in quick short form stats. It does not happen with reels and stories and TikTok. That really, like, I feel like I already know you, only happens in these really long form settings, with YouTube being the best one. So remove my terrible drawings. If they're not asking if you can help, they're asking how to start. So I'll wrap up that point up with this, is that is we want to get every prospect to, is simply to this point. Great. Now we're getting to me here. So lesson 5 is our entire OCE, our organic client engine, kind of our content waterfall. So this kind of system we developed that is really through the fire. We developed this system. It wasn't through me being super smart or strategic, or Adam figuring something out. Like him and I kind of figured this out together of like, okay, what do we build here? Like, what are these videos? What do they mean? What's the structure here? So first, there's the pillar videos. These are the foundations, your core methodology and expertise. These ones here are the pillar videos. These are the main videos that anchor the channel and the brand as a whole. If I go here, then there's other extension videos off of those. So there's like, for example, the 10K with affiliate niche. Okay, that's an extension video. This is a semi-extension video. How to Affiliate Market 2026, 10K review. There's more extension as well. Best affiliate programs you can need. I'm going to go some older ones here. Let's go older. My blog ranks for X keywords here. I publish 85 guest posts. So these are all like what we'd call extension videos for the next one. So pillars are the core ones. Extensions are like deep dives into specific topics. These are the ones that kind of like bring in the money. So we have, I published 85, let's see, 5 particular affiliate programs, make your first $100 with affiliate marketing, your blog's first 90 days. These are videos that when we teach this concept and we show this is what we do with clients, is your pillar videos are your main core expertise, your main methodology. Then extensions are the specific deep dives into those. So one pillar video can turn into 5 to 10 topics. So out of that 60-minute video, let's say, you have 5 out of it, maybe break it down into, let's say it's 50 minutes for the sake of math. 50 minutes. Out of those things, you got 10 or 5 10-minute sections that you did in the video. Each of those 5 sections can be broken down into 5 of their own videos that are between 10 to 20 minutes or 5 to 15 minutes, depending on your topic. And that way you never run out of content. You know, you're not like guessing what to do. This is what we help clients with, because this is the biggest thing. We basically figure out exactly what their pillar videos are, their extension videos are, all from that waterfall. And then the last one is the outlier video, which is the growth hack. It's basically tapping into closely related trends and new audiences. So this is like YouTuber-esque videos. So these are like a little bit more catchy thumbnails, a little bit more kind of like try to hijack someone else's audience within like a sub or shoulder niche within yours. And this is just, these are kind of sprinkled in to help grow the channel. But this is the whole process we took. These 3 videos are all we ever made that got results. From 473 videos published, more made, not all those were published. And actually, if we add the shorts, it was like way beyond that. We found that these are the 3 video types: pillar, foundational; extension, the money makers that kind of feed the pillars and kind of get everything going. That's the highest volume of videos are here. And then the last one is the outliers, just to grow the channel, grow the brand. And sometimes you get those to pop, they bring in some audience, and they consume your pillars, extensions, all kind of works. And it just also changes up for you to like give a little variety in the kind of videos, a little less, I'm making this kind of video only. It just gives you a little bit of extra variety for yourself and your sanity. So that's the 3 videos. That's our biggest lesson, was the content waterfall system we built. And we learned this one through the fire big time. Now we'll get into a real example of how this channel works. So the how to start a blog video, I showed you a pillar there. Then we did your blog's first 90 days, how to do SEO for free, link post tutorial, keyword research deep dive, ChatGPT for blogging. These are all part of how to start a blog. You need to do all these: the first 90 days, SEO for free, link building tutorial, all keyword research, ChatGPT. All these things fit into that pillar video topic. So that one video spawned 5 other videos. It probably could have been even more. And we can just keep doing this, whether it's for affiliate marketing, for this thing. There's like so many things that aren't it. Now think of yours. It could be, we use the one for weight loss, right? But how to lose weight for men. If you have how to lose weight for men, there's 5 different, there's sleep, hormones, diet, exercise, stress. Okay, great. Those are the 5 pillars. Then a video on stress, video on hormones, video on sleep, video on exercise. You just keep going. Then you can extend even further. You can have, you can literally just get your core pillars of your niche down. You've got 20, 40, 60, 100 videos. You're basically good on videos for the lifetime of your channel. You won't need more than that if you're in a high ticket world. And there you go. There's the whole process. So I know it seems daunting, but it's really not if you break it down. And the result, extensions outperformed the pillar lead quality because they attracted a more specific problem aware buyer. The pillar is what is the pillar really anchors the channel and the brand. The extension is the one that go really deep, showing your expertise, and it can often bring in other buyers through different parts of YouTube, etc. So that's the real life example. And again, like I said a bunch of times before, you never run out of ideas. It's literally just a endless funnel of ideas coming throughput. My terrible drawing. This is key because if you have the waterfall coming down, you're never going to run out of ideas. And that is usually, when it comes to someone who's not a YouTuber or trying to be a content creator, that is their biggest struggle, is they just are running out of ideas. They don't unsure of what to do next. So it covers that there. So let's recap these lessons here. So what have we learned from these 473 published videos? And we don't even have them all published now because it didn't make any sense after a while. But right now we have the 95-5 rule. So most videos are experience. Find the 5% that drive revenue and profit. Consistency over creativity, boring formats like the one I'm doing here, the one you've seen in the channel, and the ones you probably notice yourself watching over and over again when you're looking for solutions to your problems are usually just consistently boring, and it's better than creativity oftentimes. Sanity over vanity. Stop chasing views or chasing the right viewers, because the right viewers equal what? Profit. And then time on brand, long-form content pre-sales clients before they book. This is huge. And when they are booked, they're already you just need to help them sort out logistical decisions, payment plans, pricing, deliverables, this, that, the other. That's all it is. So again, time on brand is huge, and YouTube is the place to do it. That's what we learned. And then last but not least is the content waterfall. One pillar video creates infinite extension ideas and outlier ideas based off that, giving you all the content you're ever going to fucking need. So how's it go? Stop playing the algorithm. So the YouTuber mindset is literally just going to be chasing views, subs, serve the algo, paid revenue, product is the content, which is really annoying. And you're basically a dancing monkey for as long as you want to be on camera. Great. Not really a business model. It can pay you a ton of cash. It's not really a business that you can own and run. Business owner creates qualified leads, leverages psychology, pay by high ticket sales, and the product is the offer. What are you offering as a solution to your viewers? And that is where the game is won at a very, very high level. So are you ready to build your client acquisition machine? So we install this entire system into your business, custom strategy and work plan. I'm talking the titling, the thumbnailing, the title, the thumbnail, the editing, the scripting, all the stuff that I've went through, all the headache we've kind of had to endure over the years. We do this now done for you in your business. So this is literally everything from A to Z. And this is literally a fully done for you service. It's a very premium service. It's an expensive service. And we only work with a handful of clients per month. So if you are a high ticket business, you're doing at least $50K a month on revenue, and you're looking to scale not just your revenue, but also your profit, then I encourage you to apply to work with us. Again, we don't work with everybody. You got to be doing a good amount of revenue, have things in place, have a really proven offer, and be ready to scale. And if that's you, you'd be a great fit to work with us. So if you're interested in that, apply down below. But on that, I will see you in the next video.